Welcome to another edition of SacTown Movie Buffs. Once again, it's your boy Kier, and today I am interviewing with Joshua Alexander Flores, director of Petrified, whose film also played at the film festival and actually won an award as well. So we're going to get into it, and I say, without further ado, let's just get into it. How you doing today, Josh?
How you doing? Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah,
How
man,
you doing?
absolutely, man. Well, just let you know, man, we really did enjoy your film quite a bit, man. I thought it was a really interesting film. I liked the little take, the little cat and mouse chase to it, and everything like that. And you're a student, correct?
Yes, I was a student at Sacramento State University.
Okay, and did you do this film while you were in school, or was this
No,
after?
I did it after I graduated.
After you graduated. Okay, what was your inspiration for Petrified?
So basically, as the film says, it's based on true events. There was a situation with me and my friend who was from Los Angeles. I was visiting at the time, and I was in the Santa Monica area,
Uh,
and they were gonna come pick me up to show me around, have a good time, take me to the beach and this and that. And when we got in the car, there was a cop, and they were following us, and it was right in the during the George Floyd protest. So
okay.
we were just being followed. So she was African American, I was Latino, and we just felt like, oh, like out of all nights, out of all time, like now, really. So we were kind of like anxious, nervous, petrified. How
Right,
that we were
right,
feeling,
exactly.
and it kind of killed the plans. And they were following us. We got out the car, they put the lights on us, and we didn't do nothing. So we went back, into the hotel, walked around to the beach, and they're patrolling the whole parking lot looking for us. So we just went back to the room and chilled in the hotel. Plans were killed. So that inspired Petrified.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, I think, a lot of us have had our run-ins with being followed and things of that nature just by the police and stuff. I know I've had my stories as well, just being followed and like being stopped, like, what you doing in this neighborhood, things of that nature. So I've definitely had that happen to me several times. So I know the feeling of being petrified, and when you get pulled over, you're like, you just don't know what's gonna happen. It could be a really cool officer, or it could be somebody that's not as cool. So, there's good cops, there's bad cops, just like anything else. But, I definitely understand. And I know with this one, it was kind of more of a security guard situation than this one
Yeah,
versus an actual police officer. But
I didn't have a budget for a cop. If I had a cop, I would have put a cop.
I understand, man. Budget is, and just getting with that. I mean, what was the process of putting the film together? I mean, how'd you come up with the funding, all that good stuff?
Okay, that's a great question. I self-funded the film. I was just smart with my money over the pandemic, just saving and saving. And Petrified was about, I would say, 1,500 rough estimate, and that went to the hotel, to the actor, to the food, to the crew. I had people coming in from LA, Bay Area,
Okay.
Stockton. My cinematographer was from LA, so I had to expend all the funds and whatnot. So I took care of all of that and had to make it go with the especially the lighting, the gear, sound, all that. I had to take care of all of that. So I mean, it was hard, but I made it happen. Oh, also film permits. First time that I ever had to really go through.
Yeah, that's something that a lot of people are kind of caught off guard, is the
Yes,
film permits and stuff
it's
like
a
that.
it's a
People think you could
process.
just show up to locations and just
Exactly.
start filming, but that's not the case, especially here in California. I know in some
Exactly.
other states I've heard people saying, oh, they don't care. We just show up. And, but here in California, we got so many rules and
Exactly.
regulations. You need a permit for filming anywhere. I mean, anywhere pretty much
Exactly.
outside of your house, you need a
I
permit. So,
know. So I had to go through the Sacramento Film Committee, and it was a process. I ended up getting permission to them. I had to get permission for parking structures. There's a scene that takes place when I call 911. That's on the Golden One Doco Arena area. Had to get
right.
permission from the Kings people, and it just went from there. But I originally wanted to do it in LA in the same spot where it happened to us, but they were trying to charge us 16,000. I didn't
Yeah,
have that.
LA. Yeah, they don't. Well, that's
Yeah,
because so many films are filmed down there. You know what I mean, and that's
exactly,
part of the reason. So
exactly.
they can charge you for that. And there's so much traffic down in LA, and so if you're going to block
I
off a
know.
city for a little bit, or block off a block or something of that
Hmm.
nature, then they're kind of like, oh well, if it's going to interfere with traffic, they just got to charge a lot more. And I know some people that have tried to make films down in LA before and said, man, it's expensive down there. The Bay Area is like that though too. San Francisco,
Yeah,
try to get a film permit down there, it's the same situation. It gets kind of
I
pricey
know.
there too. So yeah.
So I'm glad I did it in SAC, and people who aren't from SAC just made it look like it was LA. Did what I could. Movie
Yeah,
magic.
no, it did. I mean, you really couldn't tell, really. I mean, I could see some places I knew of in the area and stuff like that. But I'm a big fan of Sacramento, so you filmed it here, so I think that's
Uh-huh.
good too. Just supporting, the city and things of that nature. So, but yeah, no, I thought it was a good film. I liked it quite a bit. Especially when you tell me about the budget and things of that nature. I thought it was well done. I thought the filming, the cameraman did a great job. I know I met your editor. I thought she did a really, really good job
Thank
with
you.
the editing. Obviously, everybody liked the music, and then everybody was really impressed with the marching band at the end playing
Thank
"I
you.
Got Five on It" by the Loonies. So everybody really loved that, man. So we got a lot of enjoyment watching that one. I've personally seen that one. Probably I've seen your film probably about 3 or 4 times now. So I've
Wow, that
definitely
means a
enjoyed it.
lot.
So
That me really
yeah,
means a
no,
lot.
I
Thank you.
definitely enjoyed it, man. It was a really, really good film, and I'm just excited to see kind of what comes next for Josh, man. I want to see what the next project is going to be. A bigger budget, something of that nature, man. Where are we going to take the story next time?
Before I get into that, I just want to say shout out to Lillian Nguyen. She did edit it amazingly. Shout out to the Loonies for giving me permission to use their song. I got to
Absolutely.
speak to one of the rappers in the group, made that happen, and shout out to Pittsburgh High School Marching Band for making that happen. And that being said, my next project is called Bliss. I start production in May, end of May, the third and fourth weekend. It's back to back weekends. It takes place in Santa Cruz and also in
Okay.
Sacramento. So I'm ready
Okay.
to work. I'm ready to make it happen.
Not to get too much into the weeds,
Uh-huh.
but kind of what's
Okay.
Bliss about? Where are you taking us this
Okay.
time?
So Bliss is about a couple and they break up. And with that being said, I wanted to show how easy it is for someone to get over a relationship and how hard it is for somebody in the relationship to, go through depression, heartbreak, all that. So, in Bliss, it kind of go back and forth with time and you have a character who can't get over his ex and he's seeing stuff and he don't know if he's in the present or in the past or what's going on. So you're gonna see I do something creative with the actress of how I'm gonna shoot it and frame it. The
Okay.
audience is gonna think, is this real? Is it not real? And it's gonna be a ride. It's gonna be a whole ride, and I hope that everyone likes Bliss. It's my next film. I really hope that this is a statement. I really hope Bliss is better than my last work. So
And
that's
that's
the
that's
goal.
what it's all about, man. And like I've been telling everybody in the interviews, everybody was, asking for tips and pointers and things of that nature. And I'm telling people, I'm like, well, if we played your film at the festival, we played it because we liked it. We saw some value in the film. We like what you guys are doing. And like I said, we really do like to support independent artists, especially artists that live here in
Thank
this
you.
in the city or in California, especially Northern California, just because, we just don't get the shine that the folks
Yeah,
down in Hollywood and
I
LA
agree.
and things of that nature. And it's, Sacramento is not really known as a big media market.
It's not.
And so we're trying to make changes, and I know I did a few interviews and told a few other people the same thing. But, for us, for me, I just tell everybody just keep striving for greatness. Each project that you do, you're hoping that it's better than the last. And I know some
Hmm.
people say, well, you're never going to be as good as your biggest hit, but
Exactly. Exactly.
you got to keep striving for that. You can't never just
Exactly.
settle and just say, okay, I made this one project. The next one I'm just going to do halfway. You got to
Uh-huh.
go all in, and that's the thing. And so even with me as a interviewer, as a festival organizer, as a film critic, I'm trying to continuously expand my horizons and make myself better for everything that
Hmm.
I do. And that's the thing that we ask of all the directors and filmmakers as well. Just keep bringing out the great talent, man, and keep finding new people and things of this nature, and finding actors that want to be a part of something, and try to grow the market and just try to grow yourself as well. And who knows, maybe you make a couple of short films, and then you got picked up by a producer, and now you're doing a feature length film, that's
Yeah.
going to premiere big time someplace down in LA or something of that nature. But I like what you're doing, man. And
Thank you.
like I said, I really like Petrified. I like the story for Bliss. It sounds like it's going to be really interesting as well. So I'm
It
kind of
is.
curious
It
to see
is.
what that one's about. How long do you think that the filming process is going to take on this one?
Okay, so I believe Bliss, I want to say it might be a 25-minute short film at
Okay.
most, maybe 30, but
Okay.
somewhere in that time frame. And shooting wise, it could be done in 2 weekends, so back to
Okay.
back. I
Okay.
already have the schedule and the budget and the people, the whole cast and crew, and it's going to be a small, intimate crew. And I'm also in this one as well, so I'm ready
Okay.
to act. I'm directing it. I wrote the script, and I'm ready to make it happen again. And
For
Lily
sure, man.
Nguyen will be part of the crew to edit it as well. So she's also going to be my assistant director. So I,
Okay.
I like to surround myself around people who I can trust, and if
Right.
I see the energy and the reciprocation,
That's the way to
I'm all
do it,
for it.
man. Yeah, if you got a crew that you're working with, and and they're bringing something, whether it be actors, whether it be directors, whether it be editors, whatever case may be, then and if they're still available, have them
Hmm.
come back for the next project.
Hmm.
Make the magic happen again. Why?
Hmm.
I understand switching some things up sometimes, but if you got something that's working for you, then just keep using it, because there's a lot of directors that use the same editors, that
I
use
agree.
the same cameramen and things of this nature, because they have a good working relationship, and
Exactly.
they know they're going to get the right shots with them. They know that they know what they're doing. They're not going to have to be looking over their shoulder while they're doing the editing because they know they're going to make
Yeah,
it happen. So if you have
exactly.
found someone you can trust, then I say continue using that individual and keep using that person. And as you grow, you're going to bring in more talent and more people. And I'm really interested to see what you do with your career. I know you're kind of just getting started in the director's
Thank you.
field and getting into the acting and things of this nature, but just keep doing what you're doing, man, and just keep grinding for greatness. That's all I can tell you.
Thank you.
So,
That really means a lot. I appreciate it.
oh yeah, absolutely, man. You got any questions for me before I let you go?
Yes, I just want to say, what was your favorite part of Petrified?
I kind of liked I like when he actually caught up with you and like put you in the cuffs and stuff like that, and just kind of and then let you go and then started chasing you. And
Okay.
then I like some of the scenes where he was just kind of waiting for you.
Okay.
I kind of like that. I like the scenes where he's like, okay, I'm gonna get him now. And then he was like, oh, you want to play? You want to play?
Uh,
Okay. So there's a lot of different parts that I liked of the
okay.
film, man.
Okay.
It was a good stuff, man. I liked that it had some humor to it as well. You know what I mean?
That
So
was
I
my
like
intent.
that. Yeah, and I hope you bring a little bit of humor to the next film, because if you can
Okay.
get the crowd laughing, man, you got them hooked. You know what I'm
Most
saying, man?
definitely.
Yeah, so that's the way I look at it, man. If you get somebody to laugh, man, you got them. So
Most definitely. I
yeah,
just want to say shout out to JB. He was the person that paid the security guard.
yeah,
And when we came to that scene, I said, "Hey man, make it as real as possible." And he cuffed me. He's an actual security. He threw me to the bumper of the car.
yeah. It
The
looked
next
real,
few
man.
days, I had a
Yeah,
bruise on my arm for a
I was
couple
gonna say,
days.
man, he looked like he was kind of manhandling you, and those cuffs look
He
kind of tight.
was, he was, he was. And it's funny you bring up the part of the ending where when he's driving around and look waiting for me.
Yeah,
Originally, Petrified had a different ending, and when we were editing it, I didn't like it. I didn't like the way it ended it. So I rewrote the ending, and that car chase scene, I shot that last year in May, and we made it happen, and it came out perfect. I shot the car stuff, the car shots, every shot that you see minus me, I shot those shots, and I had a small crew, and we made it happen. So the I believe the car chase scene really made the film end on a bigger, better
yeah,
note. To
because
be honest.
it looked good too. That was the other thing, man. I really liked the way that it looked. It looked really good. I know you had a low budget. It
Mhm.
looked really good, and it sounded good too as well. I mean, I know he wasn't like actually hitting you from behind, but it
Uh-huh.
still kind of had that good sound to it. So I like that. But the chase looked good too, because the way they shot it, you could see that you
Yeah.
guys were like kind of
Mhm.
driving down the street and stuff like that. So it looked like a realistic chase scene, and I liked it was
Thank you.
filmed at night.
That was
Yeah,
exactly what I
it
wanted.
just it
Mhm.
looked good. It just looked really kind of like creepy and scary as well, but also had some humor to it. So, man, like I said, man, I'm really excited to see your next film, your next project. You're definitely going to have to submit it to SacTown Movie Buffs Film
Will do.
Festival again,
Will
man, so we
do.
could do it all again next year. Hopefully, bigger,
Okay.
better, badder. I'm expecting some big things from you as well,
Thank
and
you.
I can't wait to see your finished project, man, for sure.
That
So.
really means a lot. It's an honor, and I appreciate you having me at the Film Award, and thank you for having me on this interview. It means so
Oh,
much.
absolutely, man. Anytime, man. Anytime you want to talk about something, man, just hit me up, man. We could do it again, man. So,
Okay, we'll
absolutely.
do. For
Yeah.
sure, we'll set it
All
up.
right, man. If you need somebody to help promote the film, your next film that
Okay.
gets done, man, let me know, man. I'll push it out to the masses and see if we can get you a few more hits as well. So,
That mean you know what? I'm gonna hang on to that. I'm
hey,
gonna forget
man,
that. I'm
hold me to
definitely
that,
looking it up,
man.
bro.
I'm a man of my word, man. If I say I'm
That
gonna
means
do
a lot,
something
bro.
for you, I'm gonna do
That means
something
a lot,
for you.
bro.
Yeah.
Thank you
All right,
again.
man.
And for sure, I will do the same for you guys, and I'll put your film festival out there and tell the people to submit their stuff as
Yeah,
well.
man, that's all we ask, man. Just let people know that we got a film festival. We're just now getting started. We're trying to grow, and we want films from the area. We're trying to get more films from Sacramento and the Bay and things of this nature. People that can actually
Okay.
come and show up to the festival. I know we had a few
Mhm.
guys fly in from other parts, but it was kind of hard getting some people that were international and things
Yeah.
of this nature. I really want everybody in the film, everybody that goes to every film that's in the film festival, I want them to be able to come and celebrate
Okay.
with us and see their film on the big screen, because we're going to do it again at the IMAX, because we got to do it at the IMAX, man. So just the
I'm
biggest,
all
baddest
for it.
screen in town.
I
So yeah,
agree. I agree. He's not
yeah.
lying.
Yeah. So, all right, man. Well, I'm gonna let you go, man. I got some other
Okay.
interviews coming up,
For
and
sure.
like I said, if you need anything, man, we're connected, man. Just reach out.
Got it. We'll do. You take care. All right. Thank you again.
All
All
right,
right.
man. Take it easy, man.
Bye.
Thanks for joining the podcast, man. I appreciate it.
Most definitely. No
All right.
problem.
Have a good one.
You too.
All right.
Thanks.
All right. Bye.